Sous vides are no doubt the best way to cook a perfect steak, and I use them exclusively when I know I have a very expensive cut of beef. Buying all the gear you need to get a complete sous vide system can be painful and a bit time consuming. So today I'll be reviewing a tabletop sous vide from InkBird, which is a complete ready to go package. Let's dive in. This was sent to me free of charge for a review, but no money exchanged hands, and the company has no say in this video. I was asked to provide the company some feedback on ways to improve their device, and this review will touch up on both the pros and the cons of this tabletop sous vide unit. I wanted to also take some time to compare it to a current but tried and true cooker, my Anova, which unfortunately has been discontinued, the specific brand or the specific model that I have. But it's also been abused over the years and it's still kicking. So let's start off with the packaging, quality, and features of this product. So this sous vide cooker is well packaged. I didn't see any issues here. My first impressions of the product is it's well built. The wire rack is a bit on the thin side, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. The screen is bright, it's easy to see, it's a very welcomed addition, and the unit is rated at 700 watts, which should be more than enough for the average user. Compared to the Anova, this is the total package. Otherwise, you would have to buy each of the items, like the container and the rack and so forth, but this comes ready to go. Now, of course, I'm not sure about reliability. I've only had the unit for 2 weeks, but my Anova, on the other hand, has lasted me for years with heavy use, heavy abuse, and it's still kicking. But what I can say is I didn't experience any quality issues with this unit or any leaks. There was no drop in signal, and the food was as expected. Let's talk about some of these features. So it is a Wi-Fi connection. You do get 700 watts of power. It's an all-in-one design. It has an 8-liter capacity container, and it also features electromagnetic driven water circulation technology, which actually makes the unit really quiet. What I also like is it features water shortage protection, which will stop if you're below the minimum capacity, the minimum fill line. A note on capacity. It has good capacity, but I was cooking for this video a 2-inch ribeye, a dry aged 2-inch ribeye, and it was really hard to fit on the rack. The rack just wouldn't accept it. I did find a place for it, but I needed more water. So you are limited to the fixed container. But if you know that when you're purchasing it going in, you should be fine. The minimum water feature is reasonable. There's a lot of units out there that have the minimum water like at a really high level, but this one was quite reasonable. So if I remember correctly, I think my Anova was 800 or 900 watts, and this unit at 700 watts got up to temperature around the same time, maybe plus a minute or two. Now let's talk about the app. The app is nowhere near as detailed or capable as the Anova or the Joule app, but this is a small new company, so that's expected. I found the app to be a bit confusing at first, but it was visually appealing. I like the graphics. You can customize your own presets or choose one of the available presets. The presets are straightforward and based on the USDA doneness standards. When I first got the unit likes to display in the metric system, so I couldn't find a way to switch it on the device physically, but I found it very easily in the app. There's not a whole lot of things you can do at the moment or change the settings in any particular way, but the app was reliable and it worked fine with no disconnections. And I love that it also features the LCD screen because you have everything that you need at all times, whether you have your phone on you or not. Overall, I think the app is a very good first try, and I'm sure it's going to improve and be updated as the product matures. So let's summarize all the pros and cons that I've found so far. Pros. It's affordable. It comes in at $200, but often there's a large discount code. My first impressions are, it's good quality. It's an all-in-one unit, and it was dependable with no issues. I think it's a great intro to sous vide cooking. And lastly, the company is looking to improve and they are looking for feedback. So that's a big pro in my mind. Now let's talk about the cons. The first con is the app. It's a pretty good app, but it is missing a lot of features and control. The wire rack is not adjustable and it's really thin. I would buy an aftermarket wire rack if I was you. but the one that I personally had did not fit. So you got to be kind of careful. I don't think all of the aftermarket wire racks are going to necessarily fit this unit. Going back to the app real quick, the app is a bit confusing at first, but it does grow on you. And of course, this is not portable, it's not upgradable, you're kind of stuck with what you have, but again, that is expected. If you're looking for a tabletop all-in-one sous vide, you know you're buying what you're getting, and that's basically it. So what are my final thoughts? I have one word for this unit that I keep thinking about, that I keep referring to, that I keep going back to. It's very surprising. I'm just surprised. It's a good unit. It's a good introduction to sous vide cooking. You really do have everything that you need. I didn't experience any issues at all, or loss of signal or anything like that. I didn't see any leaks. And for the last 2 weeks, I have been using it. And the first thing that I thought I was going to experience was it being really noisy or getting some leaks. And it's actually very quiet, and there hasn't been a single drop that has leaked out. So that's a big, big thing. Although the app does need some improvements, it is a very great first try that I'm sure will only improve. And if you are looking to have a dedicated sous vide unit or start out maybe a family of 3 or 4, this is a great unit. And I think it's definitely hitting above its weight class because it's coming in at a really good price. And if you use the coupon, it's basically the same price as a single sous vide cooker that you would get that would attach to a container. So it's not a bad price. But if you are looking for portability and that use anywhere feature, maybe for restaurants or catering, a standalone unit's probably better off for you. But the company also has those, so check those out. I was happy with this unit, and I would definitely recommend it or gift it to a person looking to experience sous vide. Good job, InkBird. That's it for me, guys. I hope you found this video informative, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.